Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa. I know it's been a while, but I have been sick and am now, not completely, but mostly recovered. So here we are going to dive back in. A little bit of a confession, I have played this section already as I tried to record it before my voice went completely out. And that file got corrupted somehow, so here we are doing this thing again. Have we looked at everything in here? It's been a couple of weeks since I've actually played the game, so... we looked at the flower, right? That's a Monokuma flower? One look and it's obvious it's weird, creepy, and just too big for comfort. The Monokuma flower, huh? Apparently, it eats paper, plastic, and people. I really hope that last part's not true. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Did we look at the thing back here? Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? Apologies if we've already done this. Again, I haven't played in a while, and I can't remember if this was in the video that was published or the one that got corrupted. Uh-huh. There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Yeah, it says Crazy Diamond. Which is something familiar to us, I believe. Crazy Diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Yes, I think you do. Right here. Crazy Diamond is the name of Mondo's bike gang. So why is that on a pickaxe in the school tool shed? There's some bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. And monocoins too, so I guess we didn't do this in the published video then. And hose, I guess? There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Or maybe it's just for the gardening club. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? I don't know, but we got some coins. Clay pots. So many flower pots. Big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. Maybe. I think that's everything. Is that everything here? Let's see if it'll let us leave. Apparently not. Did we exhaust conversation with Hiro?
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but it turns out they just painted the walls and ceiling.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it?
What? Is that a cannabis joke? Huh? Why is that bad?
Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life?
I realize the true horror of that Monokuma plant.
It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of the Earth anymore,
The end is nigh!
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
I think you've watched The Happening too many times, Hiro.
Well?
I'm serious.
Yeah, you always are. Alright, so that's it. Good. I need to get away from Hiro before my IQ gets permanently lowered. Just being in his presence makes me feel dumber. Classroom 5C then. Oh. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled... it was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses.
Yeah, I guess so lately, but I don't think we let any of those corpses have enough time to fester in this manner. Are you saying?
It's the smell of death. Their flesh and fat and blood.
There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair.
But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield.
Monokuma must have.
Hey, come on now.
What? My fault again?
Boom, boom.
Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. Okay?
Unbelievable.
No. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yep. Let me give you an itty-bitty, iggy-squiggy little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs and those mean old RPGs.
Uh-oh.
But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? So if this happened before whoever's powering Monokuma arrived here, then it can't be the headmaster, because the headmaster would be aware of this, right? What's the meaning of all this? Lots to look at. Let's start with a blood stain. And there's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight.
It appears all the bloodstains are dry. And their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old.
This is all really blood? It's weird that it's red. Like, actual blood is red when it's wet and then brown to black when it dries, so maybe in this game it's pink when it's wet and it's red when it dries.
Of course, I couldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom?
He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way I can keep up with someone like that. Well, to each their own. There's chalk outlines everywhere. How many chalk outlines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 deaths in here. Wow. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Yeah, but the evidence is way too obvious. Yeah, surveillance cameras. And coins. So there is a little bit of a light in the darkness. Eye for an eye. Huh. Monitors, more coins maybe? No. So all there is to exit or speak with Byakuya, so here we go. Byakuya, What about Monokuma just told us? It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Yep, as his wont. Or maybe he's just being rude again. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? I would go for the second. Yes. So that is an interesting development. I wonder if this room, the massacre that happened in there, has something to do with the tragedy that's been mentioned a couple of times already. Raw, and it's locked. Why is Raw written on the door? This is a biolab? It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here? The sign in the hall says biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kinda sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. Looks like it's only Byakuya and Toko. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long. So everyone is here? It would appear everyone has returned.
But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
I thought volleyball teams were more than 6, except, like beach volleyball's 2 per team, right? Oh well, I'm not a volleyball expert, so...
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Or positively, as the case may be. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team. I don't think sports teams are important.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking.
Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best.
Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered.
I suppose we do. Left to right then.
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kinda be Sakura's job, but... yeah. Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. Really? What exactly did you notice about the layout?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you ask?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. 2 things that I can think of. It has no bathrooms, and it has no stairs going further up, so it must be the last floor in that section. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor? Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Which means that if another section gets unlocked in the future, it's going to have to be the upper section of the dorms here.
Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery.
But
But that's the hardest part.
okay.
Even if it is hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. Well, kudos for positive thinking, but I hardly think that positive thinking will make this all right. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. All right, if you say so, Makoto.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there. Bad things. Bad things, Owie.
Could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss or tyrant or...
Wesker?
But
We're not in a horror game, though. Aren't we?
Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment.
Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too. Geez, Byakuya, I know you've decided to work with us instead of being a douche, but you're still kind of being a douche. You know?
By the way, did any of you find it?
What is it?
The other strange room on the 5th floor. Well, no, strange is a massive understatement.
You talking about the murder room?
Yeah. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've ever encountered here so far.
What?
I find it interesting that he said encountered here instead of encountered, period.
What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated.
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm going to barf just hearing you describe it.
But
I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
So, in other words,
I can only think of one thing.
A large group of people died right there
In that room,
Seems evident.
a bunch of people were killed in there?
Stop, seriously, I'm going to throw up.
it can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I mean, I feel like it could be connected, but I hardly think that, as bad as it is, that some students getting killed in a school would be termed the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. It would have to be something on a more global scale. Huh?
You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago.
The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago? I don't think so.
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy.
There have been much more horrible mass killings in the past. So again, I think it's something else, though it could be connected to that something else.
If that's true,
it's all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
hey,
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful.
Not just awful, super awfully awful. They're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? Let's find out what idiocy Hero has to spout.
you know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and I know what you're going to say, but a tool shed.
You know what we're going to say about a tool shed. I've given up trying to understand you, Hero. Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
For serious.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though.
Alright, Mario references.
Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there.
Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. And that is being nailed into our head. I'm glad I still have my notes about that.
Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Or miss a valuable clue pertaining to the next case.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know. You know that firsthand, do you, Owie?
Of course not, because idiots never get wet.
I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hero. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Huh?
So, what was the question again?
Don't worry, you just answered it. He had more to say, though,
You know?
unfortunately. Chicken coop. Hero was unusually fond of those, I think. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right?
That's right, 5. 5 chickens.
I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? That would also make you very sick, most likely. Yeah. I don't know about kill you, but you very much could catch salmonella and you would not enjoy that. Alright, one more thing then. The tool shed. Oh, sorry, forgot to hit the react button. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe.
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe?
It had Amondo's biker gang name on it. Yes. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of similar or familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before.
Huh?
Where? Oh, that's it, I remember. It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden? Yes, that's the question.
Could it be?
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
How? How could he have done that?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, what stuck out to me in the tool shed, the pickaxe connected to Mondo.
Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all.
Huh? Then what did? Something idiotic, probably.
Yo.
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help.
Right, because lawnmowers function as telephones, right?
Huh?
How are you going to call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know, maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something.
And how would those be seen?
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well?
And we can use those to call for help.
What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
You know?
Well, back then, my personality hadn't quite solidified yet.
I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Me too. And I think that will do it for this episode. Sorry for it being a little bit on the short side, but I don't want my voice to get run completely out again. So, we will continue this in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like below. It really does help tremendously. And hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more from me in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.
Danganronpa.